Hello and welcome back to Potions class. My name is Lucia, and today we are going to dive into a little bit of hoodoo magic. Now, many of us have heard of the terms hoodoo and voodoo, and up until now, I've always considered them to be the same thing. However, they're actually quite different. Voodoo is a religion that is commonly believed to have originated from Haiti, and it has roots from West African spiritual traditions. Voodoo has specific practices, religious leaders, and set deities and spirits that they worship. In comparison, hoodoo has similar beliefs in spirits and energies. However, the religious aspect is not included. Today, we are going to make a potion that is inspired by hoodoo, called 7-Herb Blessing. Typically, this blessing is not a potion at all, but a mixture that is boiled and added to a bath for cleansing, blessing, and abundance. Every practitioner's mixture is a little different, and this one is meant for consumption. So without further ado, let's craft our 7-Herb Blessing. So these are the ingredients for today's potion. You will need lavender-chamomile syrup, nettle-hyssop syrup, rosemary saffron syrup, gin, chilled green tea, and a lemon wedge to garnish. So there's a bit of prep work to do with this recipe since half of the drink is syrups, but they are easy to make and the hardest part is probably just finding all the herbs. But don't be discouraged. I will have all the recipes in the description below. And before you say anything, yes, it does sound like there's only 6 herbs in this potion. However, gin is also made with juniper berries, therefore summing up our 7 herbs. Alright, so let's get started. First, let's craft our syrups. For the lavender chamomile syrup, combine 1 tablespoon each of lavender and chamomile in a jar. Add half a cup of hot water and steep for 5 minutes. Add half a cup of sugar and mix to combine. Allow to cool for 10 minutes before refrigerating for at least 12 hours. For the nettle-hyssop syrup, combine 1 tablespoon each of nettle and hyssop in a jar. Add half a cup of water and steep for 5 minutes. Add half a cup of sugar and mix to combine. Allow to cool for 10 minutes before refrigerating for at least 12 hours. For the rosemary saffron syrup, add half a cup of sugar into a jar. Add a few strands of saffron to half a cup of hot water and allow to infuse for a few seconds. Add the water to the jar of sugar and mix to dissolve. Add about 2 teaspoons of fresh rosemary and refrigerate for 24 hours. When the syrups are ready, strain them and keep them refrigerated for up to 2 weeks. Now on to the potion. Grab a glass and add 2 teaspoons each of each syrup. Add in 1.5 ounces of gin, and add some ice. Pour in 3 ounces of your chilled green tea. And lightly squeeze your lemon wedge into your glass before dropping it in. Stir clockwise to bring new blessings into your life. And ta-da! 7-herb blessing is complete. If you want to do some advanced magic, consider the symbolism of the World Tarot card. It represents limitless possibilities and completion of a cycle. Visualize endless options for growth and reflect on what you wish to invite into your life and what needs to go as you sip your potion. Taste test time! Alright, so 7-herb blessing. Cheers! Okay, interesting. So my first thought before even making this potion is that it must be crazy sweet because there's just so much syrup in it. But now that I think about it, it's not that bad and it's actually not as sweet as I had imagined. In fact, I think I can even make it a bit sweeter. And the first thing that you notice right away when you take a sip is the lemon peel and the lemon. The lemon peel gives a really nice citrus scent, but the lemon doesn't actually make the drink acidic. In fact, I could have squeezed the lemon a little bit more before putting it into the drink. There is a slight bitterness to this drink. I'm not sure if it's coming from the gin or the herbs or maybe even the lemon peel, but you do get a little bit of a tingling sensation at the back of your throat. So the flavor is what got me stumped, because you would imagine with so many herbs that it would have a lot of complex flavors and different types of aromas, but all I really get is green tea. It doesn't taste bad per se, I just expected a little bit more like personality in this drink. But I'm sure these herbs are good for you in some sense, so maybe that makes up for the flavor a little bit. I think I'll add a little bit more syrup and try it again. So this is the chamomile lavender, and the nettle and hyssop, and the saffron and rosemary. Mix it all together. All right, cheers again. So this is definitely sweeter now, but I can also taste a few more flavors. Now I'm getting a hint of the rosemary and a little bit of the lavender. Not sure if I get the chamomile, but chamomile is pretty mild in general, so I don't expect to really taste it. And I don't actually know what nettle or hyssop is supposed to taste like, so if I'm tasting it, I wouldn't know. You know what, I'm gonna taste the herbs and see what it's like. So here I have my nettle. I'm just gonna try a bit. It kind of feels like eating dried parsley. The flavor just tastes like green. I think this might be what's giving me that tingly sensation, because it is called stinging nettle, and I do feel a tiny bit of a sting, but that might be a placebo effect. I'm not really sure. All right, and here I have the hyssop. It's like, it looks like hay. I'm trying to find a leaf. Okay. It tastes like hay. Like, it tastes like herbal hay. So I guess people generally don't eat these or drink them for the taste. Most likely for more medicinal purposes. Cause yeah, they don't really taste like much. And I guess that's a good thing, or else this would taste like hay and the color green. Well, that's the end of today's class. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this potion brings some blessings into your life. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave it down in the comments below. And until then, class is dismissed. Stay magical!